Hello coding aliens. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with the Key. How are you guys? We are back again with another colon project of real world application or ClickBuzz. You must be aware about ClickBuzz if you are a die-hard cricket fan. ClickBuzz is an application to check live cricket scores, news, videos, trivia, and all the sports related activities in cricket. You guys can simply track from there. So let's sum up what we are going to build today. In this build, we will be using a third-party API for tracking all live scores, matches, news, player profiles. The whole application is built in React, and we will use Material UI for the user interface. So let's see the demo of the application without wasting a second here. So you guys can see here on the screen we have a ClickBuzz, just a ClickBuzz. If you guys have already see the desktop version of ClickBuzz, then both of these are quite similar. And now you guys can see here we have all these matches, all these matches here that is going on. So here is West Indies versus Sri Lanka is going here. When I click on this C score, you guys will see here the toss is won by Sri Lanka and the West Indies is 287 for 7, and it is a test cricket here. You guys can see here we have another match is going on here with the Jharkhand women and the Karnataka women, and we have all the matches and all the matches here. You guys can see here, and here another match is going on between New Zealand versus Bangladesh. Here you guys can see a 76 for 3. There is the score of the New Zealand. Okay, so to check is it live, so I'm going to simply show you in the ClickBuzz here. So clickbuzz.com, and here I will show you the exact score of Bangladesh versus New Zealand here. So you guys can see here is 81 for 3 New Zealand, and here West Indies are day 1 stumps 287 for 7 here. Okay, so now let's go back here, and when I search on there, you guys will see I'm added a search feature also. So here is the match for the New Zealand, so I'm going to simply search for the New Zealand, and now you guys can see here we have this match here, New Zealand here. When I click on the refresh here, so it will refresh here, and now you guys can see here it is tracking the live score, that is 82 for 3. Okay, so here at the ClickBuzz here you guys can see 81 for 3, and when I refresh this, it will also now it will be 82 for 3. Okay, now you guys can see here it is 82 for 3 New Zealand here. So you guys can see here it is a real time, it just tracks the score in real time here. And you guys can simply search for any favorite any cricket team here. So I'm going to simply search for India. So here we have all the matches for the India here, Mumbai Indians here. Here we have all the matches of the IPLs for the Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians is my favorite cricket team. So here we have this Mumbai Indians versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. Okay, so it has a features. If the match is not started, it will simply prompt the user that the match says is not started. Okay, when I click on the CS code, you will see match not started yet. Okay, so when I click on this, match is not started yet. Fine. So when you search here for the West Indies, you will see all the matches, upcoming matches, and the previous matches of the West Indies. So here the ongoing matches is West Indies versus Sri Lanka, and it has started. It is a test, so that's why you are going you will see the live scores by yeah, you will see the live score from 7:30 p.m. Okay, when I click on this, so you will see the toss is won by this and the West Indies here. Okay, so here you guys can simply filter all the searches, and simply here when you put the test, you will get all the test matches that is going on, or the test matches will be uh, will uh, will be going to held here. So here you guys can see here we have all the test matches that we have here. Okay, so that is going that is going there. Okay, when you search for the ODI, you will get all the matches for the ODI here. ODI here. You guys can see here Sri Lanka Navy Sports Club here. So all these matches of the ODI here filtered here. So all the matches of the ODI is filtered here. Okay, when we will search for T20, so 2020 T20. So here you can see here we have all the 2020 match fixtures and the matches that is already started here. So you guys can see we have this New Zealand Bangladesh match is going on right now. Initially it is 82-3. Now when I click on this, now it is 88-3. So it tracks the match, the score in real time. Okay, so another match is going on between the New Zealand women and the Australia women. When I click on this, you will see the New Zealand women and the Australia women is 129-4. So that's the live score that is tracking from the API, a Crick API. I will show you all the necessary steps that you guys have to do or perform to integrate the API or populate all this data on the screen using that particular API. Okay, so now here you guys can see the match is not started yet. It will be started for 1st of April. So when you click on this, you will see the match is not started yet. So this is the one thing that real live score check or tracking. Here when you click on the news, you will get the news section here. So we have all the latest sports news. Okay, so I have forgot to change the color of that, so that's why it is in black. Okay, so we have this news here. So we have all the sources from this news is coming. So we are using another API for integrating the news here. You can see here the news that is posted on 30th 3 of 2021. The timing here also. When you expand this, we are using a material UI accordion for this. So in this video you will also see the material UI accordion features here. So here we have this description. Okay, and here we have the content here. When if you would want to read the full news, so you simply click on this read full story here, and when you click on this, you will be going back to that particular page to read all the contents there, right? Fine. So this is just like a news bulletin, type. All the news in it will, you will see in a very short way here. Now you can see here we have another news for IPL 21 bowler love playing under Mahi, CSK Krishnappa Gautam MN Dhoni leadership. So this is the description here, and this is the content that it's going to start from there. And when you click on this, you will be going to that particular page to read all the news. So basically it is a kind of a news bulletin here. Okay, so we have all the news bulletins from yesterday to till date, right? So we have all the news bulletins from that date here. Okay, so next another cool feature that I have implemented here, a player search feature. So here we have a player search feature here. If you search for any player here, so I'm going to simply search for Rohit Sharma. He's my favorite. So Rohit Sharma. So we have this Rohit Sharma. Okay, so we have Rohit Sharma here. Okay, so it is showing 4 Rohit Sharma because 4 different cricketers with that particular name. So that's why you are the 4 Rohit Sharma is showing here. When you click on this see profile, you will see the exact all the information that you guys will get from the CrickBuzz, or simply if you have have used CrickBuzz, or when you see the player stat, you will get to know the exact thing, the image, the name, full name of the Rohit Sharma, from which cricket team or from which country he belongs to, the born, when does he born, when did he born, yeah. Next, the age, the role, the batting style, bowling style, all the teams that the player is playing there. So here is the list of all the teams here. Next, we have a profile here, a simple documentary about Rohit Sharma here. Next, we have all the batting stats here. So we have 218 ODIs and everything here. batting tests for T20s. We have all the stats for the batting, and we have all the stats for the bowling here. Okay, so we have all this all the player profile features here. I'm going to simply search for my another favorite, Sachin Tendulkar. So I will simply search for Tendulkar. Okay, so we have two players searched, Sachin Tendulkar and the Arjun Tendulkar. So I'm going to simply show you the profile of the Sachin Tendulkar here. So here is the full name of the Sachin Tendulkar here. Next, you will see the teams the Sachin Tendulkar has played here. We have the profile here. Next, we have all the batting stats, 18,426 ODIs runs. Okay, here you can see here we have the batting stats, we have the bowling stats here. Okay, so we have all the informations as a player profile here. So here you can see here we are using accordion for this also. When you click on see profile for the Arjun Tendulkar, so here we will see the profile for Arjun Tendulkar here. So he has not yet playing for India, so that's why there is nothing for him here. Okay, so fine, so let's go and build this thing. So how we will build this thing? So first of all, you guys have to open a VS Code here, and inside of the VS Code you guys have to simply create, or simply you guys have to create an repository on the GitHub, or if you have, okay, and otherwise you guys can simply here inside of this open a new folder, or simply click on a new window, and here we will create this ClickBuzz clone here, right? So the prerequisites to build any React application is that you guys have to install the latest version of Node.js, or if you have not installed that, so make sure to install the latest version of Node.js, and then you guys will simply have to fire the command inside of the terminal, the integrated terminal in the Visual Studio Code, npx create react app. So I'm going to simply back to my directory here. First of all, now here inside of this directory I'm going to simply create a React application through this command, npx create react app, and the name of the project. Okay, so I'm going to simply give the name here ClickBuzz clone. Hit the enter button. It will take a couple of minutes to initiate or initialize all the processes, all the process that is required in the, required here. So fine. So we have installed, or simply fire the command npx create react app, and now it will create a React project with, for me, a boilerplate React project which is bootstrapped with all the necessary React features in this. So next we have to simply open that folder here inside the Visual Studio Code to now good to go from here. Okay, so now we are back in that particular directory here. Okay, so now we have a source directory here, or inside of the source directory we have a test file here. So everything is fine. So for that you guys have to simply check is this test application is running or not. So you guys have to simply fire the command npm run start. So that's for that it will simply start a React application inside your browser. That will be easy for you guys to debug from there. So simply fire the command npm run start, and it will simply start a React application inside your browser. Okay, so it will take a couple of minutes or simply a seconds to start a React application inside here. So give it some time. So you can see here a nice spinning logo of React inside of the browser. So it simply indicates that we are now good to go and the React application is running on my local host 3001. Now here you guys can see we have a lot of tests file here, so I'm going to simply delete all the test file because we are not going to do any testing here. So I'm going to simply delete the setup test.js and the logo svg and the app test.js and simply delete these things. Right, fine. Our next step is to simply go back in your app.js and here grab everything inside of the header, simply delete this, and simply here for the testing purpose simply send or simply render or give a hard-coded text like this: hello from React app, right, or hello from QuickBudge clone. Okay, so now you can see here we have a logo, so we don't have a logo here, so simply delete this logo also from there. Okay, so when you save this you will see a hello from React app or hello from the QuickBudge clone you will see on the screen, and it is now centrally aligned. So you have to simply disable or simply make it simply remove all the predefined styles here. So I'm going to simply remove or simply delete all the predefined styles here, and I'm going to simply save this. And inside of the index.css here I will simply add a margin of 0 for all the for each and every page here. So we'll simply give a margin of 0, and also we'll give the padding of 0 to here, so it will simply apply to the to all the pages here. Right, so now our next step is to install the dependencies that we are going to use in this build. So here you have to simply open the terminal one more time here, and inside of the terminal you guys have to simply import the material UI code icon and the things that we are going to use here. So here I will simply import the material UI code. So let's open the terminal, and inside of the terminal simply fire the command npm install, and the rate is simply at the rate material UI core, and another dependency material UI icons, and hit the enter button. It will simply install the dependencies for the material UI code and the icons. From after that you will be good to use the icons and the UI features on the components that is directly from the material UI code. So we will use material UI here for the user interface. So it is a very useful or powerful React library, powerful library for React or for front end. Okay, so it will take some time. So when it will install I will show you the how to generate a API key from the third-party API provider. So here inside of the browser you guys have to simply open a new tab, and here inside of the new tab in the search box simply search for crickapi.com, and here from there you guys have to simply log in there, and when you will log in there you will get your API key, and after that you guys will get an URL from there also for live cricket sports tracking. So I will show you in a second here. One more thing that I have to install here, a React router DOM. So for that it will simply enable us to switch from different web pages here. So I'm going to simply import this also. So npm install React router DOM, and it will simply enable us to switch between different pages here. Okay, so now inside of this browser, and I'm going to simply open a crickapi.com. I will simply drop the link in the description also, so from there you guys will simply get that website there. Okay, so inside of this crickapi.com you guys have to simply log in here. Here we have 100 hits per day, which is a forever free to use, only 100 hits per day. So if you guys have want to have a large number of hits, you have to simply buy their pricing, or simply have to simply simply buy the package there. So click on the sign up, and here I have already signed up, so that's why we will simply return back to the dashboard page. Okay, so I have not signed up right now, so I'm going to simply log in here. So here simply we'll log in. So here I will simply log in from there. Okay, so I have already created an account there. So if you have not created that account, so you have to simply sign up there, and here when you will sign up, then you will have a dashboard just like this, and here you guys have this API key. So I will simply generate another API key after this tutorial for the security region. So you guys have to simply enter your API key from here, and simply you have to simply copy the API key from there. Fine. Now when you click on the when you click on the test quick API, and here we have all the APIs here: a new match API, old match, cricket calendar, player statistics, player finder, and everything here. So when you click on this new match API, we have this URL here. So this URL will be in this URL will simply return JSON type data, and the JSON type data will be rendered on the screen in our build here. So this is the exact way of doing this. So how we will do this? So first of all, you guys have to simply create an account on the crickapi.com, and from there you guys have to simply generate an API key, and after that you guys are good to go to implement these things here. So I'm going to simply create or simply going to create and folder inside the source directory with the name of API, and inside of this we'll simply create a file with api.js, and inside of this file here we will simply create API key instance here. So API key, and here we will simply put the API key here. So here, and let's grab this API key, copy this, and simply paste it down here, right? So we have this API key here, and here we will simply create and get because we guys have to simply generate match list or simply matches here. So how we will do this? So simply we have this const, and here we will simply get a get matches info, and here we have these things. Okay, so here we are going to simply make an URL request. So here we have this URL request, so simply copy this, paste it down here, and inside of this API key will simply put my our API key here. Fine. Or here it is a double quote, so simply put it under backticks here, and here we will simply add API key just like this, and here we will use fetch function. So simply return fetch, and here inside of this fetch we will simply pass the URL. It will be a callback method. So here we will have a success or failure. So if everything is good or fine, so we simply return res.json. okay, res.json, just like this. And if there is any error, or if the callback is not fulfilled, so simply we will simply console the error out here. So here we will simply catch that error using the catch and console.log, and here we will simply pass the error just like this. So we have created this here. Now we want this get match info to be used inside our component. So you guys have to simply export this. So simply export, put an export there, and here we will simply use our get match info from there, right? Next, so we have these things here. Okay, so next, to implement or simply get the cricket score, so for getting the cricket score, you guys have to simply pass the unique ID there. So in using this unique ID, you will get the score there. So here I will simply create an unique create an API or endpoint for this unique ID for the match tracker or the score tracker for there. So we have this export, and I'm going to simply create get there. So export const get match score, and here simply give a const URL just like this, and here create a backticks here and copy everything there, and here simply paste it down. Okay, so inside of this API key, we guys have to simply put the API key here. So API key, and here put a $sign here, $sign here. Okay, so this is the unique ID, and this unique ID will get or generate from the button that we will click. Okay, so I will show you in this here. So as you guys can see here, we have this match info here. The match is going between the West Indies and the Sri Lanka there, and I'm going to simply show you the exact thing for the New Zealand and the Bangladesh. So you guys can see we have this we have the match between the New Zealand and the Bangladesh, and here when we will click on this C score, then the score will be rendered on the screen. So this is this C score will simply pass the ID match unique ID to this particular endpoint, and that unique ID, and after that this particular ID will act as a parameters there, and it will simply generate the JSON type data for that particular match here. So when I click on this here, it will pass the unique ID there, and the unique ID and according to that particular unique ID, the following information is rendering on the screen in the type of JSON. So here you guys can see here we have a match that is going between the New Zealand and Bangladesh, and the New Zealand is 126 for 5. Okay, so now for the unique ID, we'll simply generate this get this unique ID from the match info. So I will explain how we will do this. So simply at this point of time, I will simply add a ID here and pass the ID also here as a parameter in the get match score. Now it's time to fetch the URL here. So simply use the function fetch, and here we'll pass the URL. It will simply have a callback function. So here we have this response, and here for this response we will simply get this response in form of JSON here just like this, and simply next we have a catch function for any error here. So simply when there will be error, we will simply catch that particular error, and here we will simply console.log the error just like this. So we have this, and we have created the two endpoint here. Now we will use this endpoint, and we will use these things and to integrate all these things inside our build here. So inside of this app.js here, I will simply create another component, another folder with the name of component, and here inside of this component we'll simply create and component with the name of quickbudge. Okay, quickbudge.js, and here we'll simply create a functional component. So we will simply generate a functional component and snippets through RFCE. Here hit the enter button. We have this quickbudge here. Okay, so we have this class, quickbudge class here. Fine. Okay, so we have this quickbudge just like this. Okay, so at this point of time, I will simply give a hard-coded text here. So hello from quickbudge for the testing purpose. So quickbudge, right? Fine. So we have given these things here. Now we'll save this. Okay, let's go back there. Okay, nothing here. Hello from the ClickBuzz clone is rendering from the app.js, not this. So here I'm going to simply remove this. Okay, so simply remove this. Okay, fine. Now here we will use a React router DOM. So for this I'm going to simply import that thing. So first of all, import browser router, import browser router as, and as router switch and route. Fine. From react router DOM. So this is the exact way of doing this. Fine. Here we have this router. So router here, and inside of this router we will have this switch that will enable us to simply switch from different web pages. And we have this switch, and next we have a route, initial route, which is a home route. Okay, so route exact, and simply give the path as home slash simple slash, and here we have this component. So for this component we have to simply give the component name here. So we have this ClickBuzz here. Okay, and if I will give the component like this here, the name of the ClickBuzz, like ClickBuzz, import the ClickBuzz there. So this is the this is how we will set the route here. So this is the exact way of setting the route here. And when I share this, you guys will see here. Let me refresh this. Okay, so now you can see here we have a hello from ClickBuzz that is coming from this ClickBuzz dot okay, that is coming from here, hello from the ClickBuzz there, right? So now I'm going to simply create or simply create another component with the get match. So here it will simply get all the match infos there. So get matches dot js. So we have this get match dot js there, and here it has the ClickBuzz and the everything there inside of this inside this component. So here also I'm going to simply create a functional component snippets using RFCE, and in the same way we will give the class name here, and here inside of this class name we will simply give a class name of get matches, or you guys will simply use a BEM convention. If you guys have know about BEM convention, or you guys will simply give nothing there if you guys want to give apply the CSS there, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply remove this here. I'm going to simply create an empty fragment here, and here inside of this fragment we'll simply import the ClickBuzz there. So ClickBuzz here, and we'll simply import the ClickBuzz here, and next we will have a we will have the match data. So how we will render the match data? So for this I'm going to simply use here we will use a state hook here. So I will simply going to create the bunch of hooks here. So const matches, set matches, and initially it will be an empty array. So use a state, and we will simply pass here empty array, and simply import the use state from React. So we have this get match, right? So next we will get the data, API data, JSON type data. So for this I will use another powerful hook, that is use effect. So here we have this use effect, and inside of this use effect we will simply pass the dependencies or empty array here. So we have this use effect. It will if you guys know the React life cycle, then then you will get to know everything about the use effect here. So inside of this use effect, we will simply call that function, that is a get match info, not a score. First of all, import the get match info from the API there, and you guys can see here, we have these things, and this is a callback method. So that's for that we will have a then, and inside of this then we have all the data. So we have this data, and where we will simply create an arrow function there, and here we will simply set the match with that particular data. So we have this set matches, and here we have this data dot matches matches. Okay, so you will not get anything from the um, you will not learn what I am going to do here. So for this I'm going to simply console the information inside of this console, so it will be much easier for you guys to simply grab the concept here. So I'm going to simply console out the data first of all, and then we will simply console out the data dot matches, right? So I'm going to simply save this. Okay, okay, now you guys can see here we have using the then here. So we have any error or something. If the error is happen here, so we'll simply catch that particular error here. So catch that error just like this. Okay, and here we will simply console the error out here. So console.log and error. Okay, fine. So we have these things here, and we'll simply save this, and let's go back to the console here, right? So inside of this console, I'm going to simply refresh this. So simply just refresh this, right? So inside of this console we will get this match information. Okay, so how we will generate this match information, when we will we will call this function or match in get match info function from the APIs there, right? So let's do these things here. So here we have this console dot log data here, fine. Next what I'm going to do here, I will simply okay, I'm going to simply console dot log matches. Okay, initially it will be an empty array, right? Okay, so you are not seeing anything because this get matches this get matches is not and doesn't called anywhere. So inside of this app.js, instead of this quick buzz, and I'm going to call get matches, right? Get matches. Okay, remove the quick buzz from there, get matches here. Now save this, you will see the okay something is happening here. Okay, let's see what's the error. Okay, object is not a function, so that's the error that we have got there. So the error is at the page number okay, so get matches here. So get match info. Okay, so I think we get the error inside of this API. Let's check the API. It is a quick api.com API slash matches, and after that it is not a parameter. Okay, it is not a parameter. So here I have to remove this. Here we have this matches, right? And after that matches we have a slash next, and we have this API key just like this. Now save this. Okay, so this is the exact way, or this is the URL, a correct URL to get all the match information. So here you guys will see we have these things here inside this console here. So we have a 239 matches, and here 239 matches here all the matches here, and now we have this unique ID, and we will pass this unique ID to that to this to this function, to this endpoint, to get the information for that particular match here. So next, you guys can see we have this two matches where West Indies versus Sri Lanka, toss winning team, type, test, and unique ID, match started and date, time, and everything there. Fine. So we have a we have a range of data here. So I'm going to simply go back to your get message.js and simply comment the console here. Okay, I'm going to simply comment both of the console here, right? So next, we will guys, we will simply render these things. So first of all, you guys have to simply upload all these messages on the screen. So for that, you guys have to simply build a UI there. So for this, we have a quick buzz there. So here inside of this, I'm going to simply create another folder with the name of CSS. So we have this CSS here, and inside of this CSS, I'm going to simply create a quick buzz.css, quick buzz.css, right? Okay, so we have this quick buzz.css, and now first of all import that. So for this, you guys have to simply import these things. So import here, and we have CSS, and inside of this we have this quick buzz.css, right? So now we have imported these things here. Okay, so inside of this quick buzz, you guys can see here we have a header section with all these things, and we have a current match that is going there in the matches section here. So inside of this quick buzz, I'm going to simply create a component, create a UI, header, and match strip also there, right? So how we will do this? So simply we have this quick buzz here. So I'm going to simply get rid of this hard coded text here, and inside of this I'm going to simply create another div, give a class name quick buzz header. So we have this quick buzz header, so this div. Okay, so inside of this quick buzz header, we have an header image. So I'm going to simply wrap it inside another class name. So quick buzz header image. Okay, so this is the basic thing that we have implemented here. So I'm going to simply copy paste the code here. You guys can see here, I will simply copy paste the code here for the header and the match strip, because this is a simple UI setup that you guys can simply if you have if you know the HTML CSS at a beginning level, you are good to go, or simply you can design this both of these things here. So I'm going to simply copy and paste these things here. So we have paste the code here, right? So you will get the link of the GitHub repository for that for this clone in the description. So you guys have not to worry about that also. So next we have I'm going to simply scroll it from top to bottom. So you guys will see we have the live score, we have the schedule, we have this player search, we have this news, series, teams, videos, rankings, modes, and everything here, right? Okay, so next we have a strip here also. So this is the things here, right? Let's go back to your get message.js, and here we have this message here. So if you guys can go here, and you will see we have, I'm going to simply make it bigger, so you can see here we have a featured match, we have the match strip here. So we have the West Indies versus Sri Lanka, Jharkhand versus Karnataka, Railways India, Khulna, Rangpur, and all these things here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have a 5 matches information that is rendering on the strip there. So for this, I am going to simply limit the, or it will simply pass the 5 matches information to the quick buzz strip there. So how we will do this? So if for this I am going to simply use a slice method. So here we have all we have these things inside our matches, right? So inside of this matches, if you I'm going to simply open the console one more time. So inside of this matches we have a large list of 239 matches here. So we will simply use or simply slice first five match information from there. So for this I will simply make another another like this. We'll simply make an instance for limit here. So for this limit we will simply slice that thing. So matches dot slice slice, and here we will simply slice the first five thing here, and we'll simply pass this limit to the quick buzz as a parameter here, or the props here, properties here. So we have this limit. Okay, we have this limit, and inside of this we have this limit, and here we'll simply pass that limit just like this, right? Right. So we have passed this limit here. Okay, now we'll simply pass the key also there. So simply pass the key. So for this key we have the unique id, which is unique id for the key. So we have this limit dot unique id. Okay, so we have this key and we have this unique id. I'm going to simply save this. Let's go back to your clickbuzz.js, and here we have this limit and we have this key, and here we have a 5 match array or 5 match information, and we are using use state hook for that particular 5 matches here. So we have this match and set match, and here we have this use effect, and we'll simply pass simply set the match of 5 match array to the limit here, right? Okay, so where we are rendering this limit here, so I will show you. If you guys can see here, we have this top section here and we have this match strip section here. So let's go to the match strip section. So right, so we have this match strip section here and we have this matches, and here we are using a map function to map function. Okay, so let's see see the console here, and here we have this information here. So here we have 2 teams here. So we have this doc, everything that is inside of this doc, and we are using the map function. So it will simply map each and every entries elements of the array. So we have this doc, and inside of this doc we have this team1, because it is object property. So we have this team1 here, just like this, and we have this team2 here. So we have simply passed the a small versus here. So team1 and the team2 is just like this, and we will simply render it on the screen. So before rendering this, we will simply paste the css also there, so it will look nice. So I'm going to simply okay, I'm going to say I will simply save it without css, and you will see it will render on the screen there. Okay, so we have saved this. Okay, now let's go at the top right here. Let's refresh this. Okay, so it has refreshed there. Okay, so we have this quick buzz. Okay, can't resolve. Okay, module not found, right? So there, this is the way, I think. Now save this, it will refresh, and now you guys will see the whole information is rendering on the screen. There is a logo of the QuickBuzz there. It is a white color, so that's why it is not showing there. So here you guys can see, here we have this live score, we have this player search, news, and the matches here, matches strip, West Indies, Sri Lanka, Jharkhand women, England women. Now it's time to simply set the css here. So for this css I'm going to simply simply paste the code for the css also here. So I'll simply paste the code for the css. So here we have this quickbuzz.css. So quickbuzz.css, I will simply grab everything there, copied this, and will simply paste it down, because if I will do the css here line by line, it will take a lot of time there. So I think you guys will be able to do the css there. Okay, or you guys have right to design the page of your own way. So here I'm going to simply scroll it from the top and bottom, so you guys will see the what the CSS we are doing there. So we have this quick buzz header, we have this quick buzz image and everything. I'm going to simply scroll it down, so pay attention here, and you guys have to simply pause the screen. And if you have any issue or you rendering, or simply you guys have any idea to get from their styling, so simply you guys can get the things from there. So I'm going to simply scroll it down here. You simply pause the screen and simply note it down here, right? So I'm going to simply save this, and now it will simply set up our our CSS also there, right? So we have these things here, and now you guys will see we have this styled these things just like this, right? Now I will not do the featured matches. I have added that things um, uh, uh, as as it is. So it is nothing none of my use or nothing we will doing here. So I'm not going to create a featured match there. And now we will simply shift our focus on the uh, focus on the list card items here. So I'm going to simply refresh it one more time to see the live score here. So now you guys can see the live score is 173 for 5 New Zealand here, right? Okay, so we have these things here, we have styled these things here, and next it's time to check that it is working or not. So when I click on this player search, you will see we have this player okay, no, not in this. Okay, so we have this deployed version there inside of there. When I click on this player search, we have this player search. If you see, this is because of the React router, but I have not but I have not added this thing. So simply I will simply add that that in the app.js here. So I'm going to simply remove that. Okay, now so we have these things here, we have these matches, we have all these things, and we have this all section here. Next it's time to create a component for the match card, list card or match card here. So let's go back to your back there. Now okay, so we have these things here. So inside of this what I'm going to do, we'll simply create a component here for the list card item. So for this we have this list card.js and list card.css. I'm going to simply create on list card.css, right? So grab this js and bring it back there. So we have this list card.js. So for this I'm going to simply give rfce here, generate a functional component here, give a class name of list card. Okay, so list card. So basically you guys if you see here, if you see here, we have these cards, and for that cards we have the type, match type, match is started or not started, the information for that. We have this date, and we have the two teams, the match between which two teams, and we have a button there, right? So for this what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply create the match card here or list card here. So here we will uh, create that thing for the list card here. Fine. So first of all you guys have to simply render that list card here. So how we will do this? So we simply test that. So we have this list matches. So I'm going to simply because I will use a predefined CSS file, or simply paste that file. So that's why I've given the class name of the exact class name of the file there. So we have this list matches there. Okay, so we have this list matches here, or here we will simply give a hello from list matches, right? Okay, now save this. It's time to render this thing. So here it has to be shown there, right there. So how we will do this? So because you guys can see, we have this inside of this get matches.js, and here we have this ClickBuzz, and now we will simply render or the list matches there. All right, so how we will do this? So for this, inside of this quickbuzz.js, here we will call or simply implement the list card also, they are inside of this get matches after the ClickBuzz, right? So inside of this get matches here, because we have matches, because we have a matches with 239 39 data matches there. So we will simply create another another hook for that. So for this I will simply create another hook, or simply list the match, right? So how we will do this? So simply we will use the list match type here, right? Okay, so inside of this, after that ClickBuzz there, okay, and here we have this list matches, just like this. So simply push the list list card, okay, list card, right? And we have this list card, so simply import the list card. First of all, import the list card from the component. So I'll simply import the list card here, and here we will simply pass the all the matches as a properties there, right? So we will simply pass all the matches properties there. Okay, okay. We will have another. We will have another. If you see here, we have a search. We have a search field here or input field here. So we will simply add another add an input field here. So I will simply grab the input field thing from the ClickBuzz exact thing there. So I'll simply grab the search icon from there. So we have this search, right? So we have this search, and inside of this we have this input field for the search icon. Okay, so I will simply grab this and copied this and simply paste it down in the get message there. Okay, after the ClickBuzz, right? So so simply import the search icon from the material UI icon. So simply import search icon from the material UI code and not UI icons slash search. Now save this. The search icon will be rendered on the screen there. Okay, so now you can see here we have this search here, right? Fine. Next we have this ClickBuzz, and it is not styled that way, so I will simply styled it. So import import this import the CSS for the ClickBuzz also. So CSS, inside of this we have this ClickBuzz dot CSS. Now save this. Fine. Okay, so we have these things here. I think nothing is shown there. Okay, right now fine. Okay, we have these things here. Next if we go back there, so we have this list card here, right? So we have this list card and we have this search. So when we will search for any data, any type of data, so it will simply filter the data and return the data as it is. So we will add a filter functionality also there. So we will add the filter functionality for two things, one for the team and one for the type of matches there, right? So here if you guys can see here, we have this two things here. We have this type of test and we have this matches status. So I'm going to simply uncomment the data here, right? And simply save this. I'll simply I have uncommented the data there, so it will simply render on the screen. So I'm going to simply okay, so we have these things here. right? 239 matches there. Fine. Okay, I'm going to simply open any one of them. Okay, so we have this thing. So we will add a filter functionality on the team and the match type, whether it is a test, ODI, or the T20s, right? So here I'm going to simply create a function there. Const match type will simply return the match type there. So we have this const match type. Okay, and we have this, so where we will simply do the filter function on matches array. So filter matches dot filter, and here we will simply filter that. So we'll simply store this in the match, and here we'll simply return, where we will simply return return the uh, return the return the following information. So first information is match. If the match dot type, if you guys can see, we have this match type, that is a test. So if match dot type, right, dot to lowercase, so we will not make it a case sensitive, so that's why we will simply make it non-sensitive here. So to lowercase, and to that dot includes, so simply dot includes, and here that what we search there. So here what we search there, we will keep a track for this. So for this you guys have to simply create another use state hook also there for that. So I will simply close this formatting there. Okay, so here we have this search, and next we have this set search, right? And here we have this use state, and initially it will be it will be empty, right? So we have this search, and we have this set search, and now we have this input field here. So let's go back, and then here, so we have this input field. So here we will simply add on change functionality. So on change, here we will simply keep track of the user typed data. So here we have the set search, and set search will be e dot target dot value, right? So it will simply set the search with that particular with that particular user entered words here. So we have this match dot type dot to lowercase, and there we have this include. So inside of this include we have a search, right? So inside of this include what we have searched there. So if it will be in a capital, so we will simply make it small. So for this we have this search, and search dot, so we'll simply change it to the lowercase. So simply set search to the lowercase there, right? So if the match type is this, or or we will add these things for the team also, team 1 and the team 2 also. So we have this match, and here instead of this we have this team 1, because it is an object key. If you hover on this, you will see the exact way how to do this. So we have this team 1, so match team 1, and the same thing, and just like there for this also. So I'm going to simply copy this, and simply paste it down for the match 1 there. So we have simply pasted it down for the match 1, and we'll simply copy the same thing, and we will simply do this for, okay, and we will do the same thing for the uh, team 2 also. So simply paste it down, and here instead of team 1 will put it the team 2, right? So we are done with this. Here. Okay, something is wrong there. Okay, let's find this, why it is showing the error. Okay, unexpected token. Okay, right, fine. Okay, I think put this. Okay, right, I think it will be fine right now. Okay, team 1. I think it will be fine right now. Here the error has gone. Okay, so next we have already implement the uh, filter functionality here. So here at the bottom here, so if we will simply render the list card if we have a we have a we we have these things here. So how we will do this? So if here we will simply do this. So we have this match, so we have this match type, right? So we have this match type dot length. Okay, so when you search for the ODI, and if we have a list of ODI, so if we have a 10 ODI matches, then it will simply return the 10, right? If 0, then it will not show you anything here. So for this I will simply do this for all things. Here we have this match dot length here, and if it is not equal to 0, so if it is not equal to 0, then we will render this, otherwise render this. So if it is 0, so simply render a list card, and here we will simply pass the key as a match unique ID. So we'll simply pass the key match dot unique ID, and the match data also. So match data, right? So match data, we'll simply pass the match data also. So match data will be match, fine. And if there is nothing, so for the if it is not working, so then next we will simply map simply render all the match data. So matches dot map, and we will simply map it the map all the data. So map all the data, so match, and here we will simply okay, not the curly braces, here we will simply render the list card with all the 239 matches, right? So we have this list card here. So match dot unique ID, and we have this match data equals to match, fine. So we have passed the following things as the properties there, and we will simply pass these things to the match. Okay, something okay, I think there is an error. Okay, so okay, not closing tag, right? So I have forget about the code closing tag. So we have this match, okay, match unique ID. Okay, so we have a match, we don't have these things. Okay, match unique ID and the match data, right? Okay, so let's go. Okay, we have this match type dot length. Okay, right. So if we have a bunch of data, so we will simply map the data right now. So for this we have this match type, so match type dot map. So simply map this, and inside of this map we have this match, and here, okay, and here we will simply render this match. We will simply render the match list keys there. Okay, let's grab this from here and put it inside this. Now save this. Okay, so we have this get matches. We have this get match ready, and now you can see here we have a 239 hello from the list here rendering on the screen. So this is because we are rendering all the data there. Now it's time to simply populate everything on the list card there. So inside of this list card, okay, so we will simply tab this and simply delete this, and here we will have a card. So we will have a card here, a list card here. So I will simply create a list card there. Okay, so first of all we have passed the properties there. So list card there, so we have the match data as the first properties, and the key as a second property is there. Okay, so we have this match data and we have this key here. Right now next we will create a hook here, use state here. So we will simply we have the details and we have this set details, details, right? So we have these details and we have this set details. Okay, and now next we have this use state. Okay, use state and it will be an empty object. Okay, next we have an open or set open for the for this for the card there. So we will simply do this open and set open, and initially it will be false. So we'll simply pass a boolean type value of false, FALS, right? So here okay, I will simply make this. Okay, import this from the React. So we have imported from the React there. Fine. So we have this open and the set open. Basically the open and the set open function is there. I'm going to simply refresh this, or will simply show you. Okay, so okay, right now, okay, so we have this. So initially set open is false, so that's why it is closed, and you will not see a score there. So when you click on this, it will be true and you will see the score there, right? So this is the functionality of the open, set open, and then set close there. Okay, so we have these things here, and now next we have we have to create the create these things, create this card there. So how we will create this card? So for this I am going to simply create simply paste the snippet there for the cards or match card there. So I will simply copy the snippets and simply will simply paste it down there, right? So it will save a lot of our time here, and will simply explain you line by line what the exact meaning of this, right? So if you guys can see here, we have is paste the snippet there. Okay, so first of all, next first we have a match type. Okay, so if we have a match type defined or the empty string, so we will simply pass it not available. If we have this match type, then we will simply render the match type, that is a test, right? So this is the line of the code, that is the meaning there. Next we have a match started. If the match is started or the match started is true, if you see a match started have a boolean type value or true. So if the match has started or it is a true, then we will simply render the match started, or else we are using a ternary operator. So here we have a freedom to use this. So we have match started, and we have the match not started yet. Okay, so next we have a time there. So next we have a time. So for this we have, if you see here, we have this match type and we have this match started or not started. Next we have this time there, right? So for this time we are using we are simply converting the time to the localist string there, and we have this time here. We are simply using a date time, Greenwich mean time there, and we will simply convert it to the localist string here. Next we have a team 1, and next we have this team 2. So we have a match data. If you see at the top here, we have this match properties here in the props, and we have passed the match data from the from this get matches there, right? So we have this match data there coming from there. So we have this match data, and for this match data we have this team 1, and next for the match data we have this team 2, and this is the image for the versus means team 1 versus team 2. So this is the image for the versus here. Next, okay, so next we will see if the match is started, right? If the match is started, then we will pass the toss won by. Okay, so toss is won by, it will be shown only when the match is started, right? So we have simply given it simply check the if the open is true on. Okay, so open will be true only when we will have this button. Okay, so we have this button here with the name of C score. Okay, so if we have this button with the name of C score, if we click on this button, then the set open will be true, and when the set open will be true, it will simply pass the match data unique ID to the it will simply pass the match data unique ID uh, to this endpoint, right? So here you guys can see we have this endpoint here. So when we will click on this, click on the CS code, we will going to call this match get match. When you click on this api.js, here we have this get match score, right? So we have to call this API, and we will simply pass the unique ID, the ID there, match ID there, here. So inside of this list card, we have this match get match score there, right? If you see this, so we have this get match score and we are passing the ID there, right? So we have this get match score and we are passing the ID there, and we'll simply we will have the information rendering on the screen when we click on the C score. So when we will click on the C score, then this code, this code snippet will run there, right? So we will have the information about the toss winning team here, if the toss is happened there. Next we have a description. So basically the description is for the match when the match will be started, or the live scores there. So here if you see here if you see the match is started there, and team 1, team 2, and this is the toss winning team and these things here. So the details dot description, we will get this thing. If you I will show you the details dot description. So I'm going to simply uncomment this. So here you will see the details there. So I'm going to simply save this first of all. Okay, quick API, right at the top. Okay, it is not a quick API, it is API, only API. Now save this. List card.css, we have this list card.css, list not cards, it is card, right? Now save this. Okay, so okay, I think cannot find module quick API. Okay, refresh this. Okay, so here we have these things. We have not styled this or not used the CSS there, so you guys will see a very large images and everything here. So now you can see here we have a match between West Indies versus Sri Lanka, and now when we click on this C score, okay, so pay attention here in the console also. When we will click on this C score, so when I click on this CS code, now you guys can see here we have the toss won by Sri Lanka and the West Indies versus Sri Lanka. So when you see these things here in the list card.js, right? When you see these things in the list card.js, we have these things here. So we have this match started, we have this description, and now we have this score there also. We have the stat, we have the team, we have the team 2, right? So we have the score, we have this description also there, right? So fine. So this is the way we will going to do this. So next, if and everything there is going to simply push to this details there. So if you guys see, we have this details, right? So we have this details dot description. So details dot description is just the score, right? So just the score there. Okay, so we have this details dot description, and next we have this button there. Right now it's time to add the CSS here. So inside of the list card, I will simply grab the CSS there. So for this here inside of this, we have this CSS also. So list matches dot CSS, copy this and save this, and I will simply paste the CSS here. Now save this to everything will be in a very nice way here, right? Fine. So we have these things here. Okay, it is not it is all upon you you all guys to make it attractive or make it smart, very very UI friendly. Okay, so if I will make it UI friendly, or it will take a lot of time, uh, because my main focus is on how to integrate the third party API to render all these things on the screen, or simply use these things here. So that's my only focus in that particular tutorial or clone project. So if you have want to see the all the CSS things and the rest of things, so we have a number of the clone projects where where I am doing line by line CSS stuff, and all the respective things there, right? So we have done with these things here. If we click on this, now we will we okay, so I'm going to simply click on this. So here we will see the information is rendering here, right? When we will click on this, so here you will see the match is rendering, score is rendering on the screen here. When you will click on this, so we have all the matches that is going to happen, or the matches is going on, is all is now rendering on the screen here. So when you click on this, it will simply alert that the match is not started yet. Okay, so next we have to add the feature. We have already added the feature for the search functionality. So when I'm going to simply search for the New Zealand and the Bangladesh match, because the New Zealand and the Bangladesh match is going on, so we have this New Zealand. Now when you simply click on simply type new, and it will simply sorted all the matches of the New Zealand and the Bangladesh. When you click on the CS code here, we have this 173.45, and it is innings break, I think, there. Okay, so we have these things here, right? If you click on this refresh, it will simply refresh these things here. Okay, so I'm going to simply refresh, or simply search it there for the test. So test tests. So all the test matches that is going on, or will be going on in the future, will be rendering on the screen there. Okay, so I'm going to simply type ODI. So all the ODI matches there. Okay, so all the ODI matches here, you can see here we have all the ODI matches there. If we search for the T20, so we have this T20 2020. Okay, so we have all the 2020 matches there. Okay, right. Let's search for the matches for the Australia. So let's see the matches for the Australia. I think no. Okay, so there is I think we have this match of Australia women here, that is going on. The match is started already, and here New Zealand women and Australia women there. Okay, so we will have a search functionality on the team, and we have that search functionality on the type there. You can add your own filter thing on what the things you guys want to filter this. So right now we have all added two things here, right? So this is the first part of this tutorial. In the next part, we will see how to implement the material UI accordion, or we will simply see the integration of the sports news. Okay, so when I click on in the deployed version here, so when I click on